Okay, well, what is up, fellow procrastinators? I'm Flamecom. Another day, another film gear acquired. No, I said acquired, I never said I bought it, so I may have stolen it. You will never know. Okay, no, it came out of my wallet. But no, anyways, this is the Edelkrone, I don't know how you pronounce it, Edelkrone Wing 7 for £7. Well, I'm in Australia, I don't use pounds. And by the way, right now, I'm sick as a dog. My throat is sore as hell. I cannot breathe through my nostrils, so that's why I sound like I have a pegged nose. And every breath that I take is a burning to the throat. Anyways, this thing was quite hefty. Got it out of the box immediately. I dented it, I scratched it. But at least it's, you know, just the metal casing that's got scratched, not the internals. And so with that, I can add movement. Oh god, right. Jesus. And so with that, I can add movements to my shots, which I will demonstrate right now. Disclaimer, you do need a ball head mount to go onto the Wing 7. Otherwise, you aren't able to get any angles out of the slide shots. Right now, I'm just attaching the camera directly to the Wing 7, which is not recommended. But you can see I'm adding movement to the shot. Forgive me, I don't have the steadiest of hands, so these slider shots ain't gonna come out the smoothest. In other news of Flamecom's life, I finished university, well, the second year of university a little over a week ago. I only had one exam, which was a Chinese exam. And Chinese classes at my university, they always have exams before the official exam times that the rest of the university follows. So that's why I have friends that are still waiting for their exam to take place at the end of November. Meanwhile, I already finished off everything at the end of October, so they can suffer. What else is happening in Flamecom's life? I think I already said that. The reason I am sick right now, and as I struggle to speak without getting my nostrils all clogged up and sounding like this, or like at a second's notice, is that I've been spending hundreds of hours on AC Origins. Hundreds of hours? Well, tens of hours, let's just say. You know, countless sleepless nights just playing this awesome game on a base PS4, but you know, the graphics are still amazing. And so with sleepless nights of playing this game, I haven't been getting enough hours of sleep, and without enough hours of sleep, my immune system has just completely shut off. It's just not functioning properly anymore. Down under, it's November, it's the end of spring, and summer is around the corner. I think because of climate change, the weather is taking a turn for the worse, you know, all of a sudden, and then it just resumes back to normal, and then my human body just cannot adapt to this constant change. And then one day it will be raining cold rain shit, and then the next day it will be hot as fuck. So yeah, and also since I finished playing Fatal Frame 5, I don't have any more videos scheduled, so from henceforth I don't know if I will be able to keep up with a consistent weekly video upload at the least. There's no more big blocks of gameplay videos for me to edit, so therefore yeah, I'm gonna have to just work my ass off, which is kind of hard because me as the editor of Purple Bros, my employers, they know that my university semester is over, so now they're just ramping up my workflow. And so in one way I am more free, but on the other hand I am less free. What a world we live in as freelancers. You know, they like to just push all the deadlines to all the celebratory part of the year, which is, you know, the lead up to Christmas and Christmas itself. If you're a freelancer or you work part-time, you know what I mean. Like if you're an independent columnist or something like that. So yes, all those scripts and the filmmaking stuff that I promised you guys, that is gonna take more time, and like as of right now, like of course I just cannot film anything other than just a life update sort of thing. With this sore throat, you know, I cannot, you know, do any other things on camera that requires, you know, me being at my prime. However, that being said, I do have a full script up and ready to go, and this is a new sort of transition phase for me where I try to, you know, show that I am doing an equal amount of filmmaking and an equal amount of gaming. With gaming right now, I'm not sure like what video game series I should like do like a long series for, if I should at all. I mean, for example, Assassin's Creed Origins, it's a big game. It's a fucking big game. It's made by Ashraf Ismail. He and his team were the ones behind Assassin's Creed for Black Flag, and back then that game distracted everyone from the main campaign, so that when people got back to like the main missions, they had no idea what part of the campaign they were up to, you know, me included. I just did so much exploration, and so, you know, Attribution being, you know, the same, and his team being the ones behind this. It's got his DNA written all over it, you know, the whole being distracted here and then clearing out cams left and right, collecting, like doing all these side quests, you know, it's insane. And hopefully not going off into too long of a rant. There might be too much distraction to do, which sounds sort of like a first world problem, but there's a fine balance between quantity and quality. I think the ultimate point I was gonna try and make was that this game is too big, so therefore it's sort of impossible to do it justice by posting like a playthrough of it, unless you're just focusing solely on the main campaign. But then if I go through the main campaign, I don't, you know, discover all these locations and get good gear, so on and so forth. I want to be immersed into the world, and then if I just see it more as a job rather than, you know, entertainment for myself, you know, in my alone time, then what the fuck's the point? Oh my god, it's just getting worse, my nose. And so, until then, I don't have any, like, long series or, you know, single one-off games, kind of like Don't Knock Twice that I did with. Try this, check it out! Right to the left of my face, right there, in this invisible space that we call an annotation, or no, we don't use annotations anymore, we use cards. The eye icon up there, I always thought it meant information. You know, you're a tourist, you find information centers, they got a, you know, big lowercase I, you recognize it as info center. So, click on the info center. I think that's enough rambling and bambling. So anyways, thanks for watching everybody, and keep on procrastinating. So, see ya.